Alright my friends, so today we are going to talk about March 7th, Cyrene and Phainon, and the fact that all of them are going to become emanators and which path will they follow. And I would love to hear your opinion about it in the comments section below. Now before we start, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell beside it to stay notified with everything new about Honkai Star Rail, and without any further ado, let's just get started. So let's start with the very obvious one. Phainon. Phainon is going to become an emanator for destruction. Even though he hates Nanook, I think that hate itself is going to grant him the gaze of Nanook if it didn't already. I believe that during the story they did imply that he already received the gaze of Nanook, but if he didn't already, he is definitely going, by the end of the Amphorius arc, receive the gaze of Nanook, and he is going to definitely become a Lord Ravager. Now that Lord Ravager though is going to be basically a Lord Ravager set to destroy the destruction path, not any other path. So unlike what Lygus is trying to do, where he is trying to make basically Iron Tomb basically fully recovered, we are going to get a different Lord Ravager. Now, is Iron Tomb going to become fully recovered even with that? I believe that he might be, but we might destroy it before he basically be able to do anything. Because if you don't know, he is already at 80% or 90% fully recovered now, after what happened basically with Phainon, and after all of the cycles that Phainon went through and everything that he did. He is actually helping Iron Tomb to recover. So that is the problem, but I believe that we are going to stop him before he do anything. I don't think that the writers are going to kill basically Noose this soon. And not only Noose, but everything that has to do with technology is going to be destroyed if Iron Tomb is basically recovered fully, and therefore I doubt that they would do that, because that would literally kill the entire game. There is no game anymore. So I doubt that Iron Tomb is going to be able to do anything. I think that we are going to destroy it before it's fully recovered, and even if it's fully recovered before it leaves basically Amphorius and have any impact on the overall story. Either way, this is the first Lord Ravager that we have, a Lord Ravager that is going to destroy basically the destruction path, and the first emanator, which is basically Phainon. The second character that we are going to talk about is Cyrene. Now, Cyrene is basically a character that is very interesting because she found out that there are other aeons other than the destruction that can gaze actually on Amphorius, and therefore not all of them need to basically receive the gaze of Nanook, but instead they could receive the gaze of someone else and change the fate of Amphorius from being basically solely for the destruction path into being for something else. And therefore she is trying, according to what she told basically Phainon, she is trying to receive the gaze of the remembrance path. Yes, she picked fully out of everyone to gaze on her, and the reason is that she is basically the Crisis Heir of Time, which is pretty poetic. She is the Crisis Heir of Time, or the demigod of time, and therefore she wants basically the one that was before or basically after, or that was supporting Oronix, and that is, after we saw from the dream, is Fully. So basically she is trying to receive the gaze of Fully and become a follower of that path, so that she would change the fate that Amphorius has of being basically following the path of destruction into following a different path that would not lead to the destruction of Amphorius. So that is another emanator. She is going to become the emanator of remembrance. I don't think that she is right now. She definitely seems like she has so much power over time, because she is able to to basically appear in multiple different cycles at the same time. She is able to appear in the places that aren't even on Amphorius yet, which is basically the little place where March 7th was at before she enters Amphorius. She is able to appear as Mem, she is able to appear as many things actually. So she is capable right now of manipulating time, at least on Amphorius and in the area where March 7th was, easily without any problem. So she might be already having powers that can actually grant her emanator power, but I don't think that she already received the gaze of Fully, so I don't think that she is yet an emanator. But when we get her as a playable character, she is definitely going to be an emanator. That is 100% what is going to happen. So either in the next story or in the one after it, we are going to definitely see Fully gazing actually on Cyrene and granting her basically a new power. And I think that that power is going to be shown in the drip marketing that they are going to give her, just like how they showed us a little bit of Phainon's power, which was basically his true form behind him. They are going to definitely give us something similar for Sirene as well once they drip market her, but that is going to take a very long while, because we still don't have basically the drip marketing for the two characters that which are basically the two left Chrysos heirs. That one of them is March 7th 100% and the other one is unknown until now. We still don't have the drip marketing for these two characters yet, so we will have to wait for that, and then we will have to wait for the other one, which is just insane, man. Like seriously, the wait is killing me. Either way, this is basically the second emanator that we have, which is basically the emanator of remembrance, Cyrene. Now the third emanator is March 7th, and I understand some people might actually disagree with me on this one, because March 7th didn't really do much to become actually an emanator, but I think that she is about to do some crazy stuff and become actually an emanator. If you remember during the period where she is in that little space before she enters Amphorius, the basically the remembrance characters who are trying to, or the memo snatchers that are trying to take control of her, did call her Child of Remembrance. They didn't call her anything else. They called her Child of Remembrance. And they did the same exact thing for Cyrene as well. And therefore I believe that that pretty much confirms that March 7th is definitely an important character on the path of remembrance. And once she remembers her past, she will understand that she was actually an emanator of remembrance, and she is going to receive her powers back. Maybe at a cost, maybe not at a cost. We will see what will happen. But I believe that by the end of this story, we are most likely going to see March 7th as an emanator. I think that once we get her true form, which is basically one of the Chrysos heirs that we have still until now we didn't see basically, I think that she is definitely going to be an emanator in that form, and she is going to be an emanator of remembrance. Obviously, I think that everyone knows that she is going to follow the path of remembrance. There is no way she would follow any other path. Like seriously, there is no way she would follow any other path. She is created for the path of remembrance, and I think that they are definitely going to give her basically an emanator level power once we get her true form. But either way, this is my opinion about it. These are the three emanators that I wanted to talk about. I would love to hear your opinion about it in the comments section below. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell beside it to stay notified with everything new about Honkai Star Rail. And until next time, see you as always in the next video.